All right, welcome to the weekly roundup, brought to you by who?
Oniichan.
No, it's Monsanto.
Never again have quite the same feeling you had when you set up your first home. And part of what makes that time special is how you make do, and how you do without. You don't have to wait for a carpet made with Cumulorf nylon in the pile. It's priced for young couples just starting out. It's handsome, and right from the start, it makes what you do have feel complete. Cumulorf nylon for the carpet you don't have to wait for.
So, I think I know your name. Is it Loretta?
That is right.
All right, Loretta. So, do I need to know anything about you? Backstory?
I like me some D&D.
You like you some D&D. All right. Well, there you go. You'll fit in right well here. All right, let's start with Sunday, the 11th of March, 12 p.m., also known as noon in certain parts of the country. We have Pathfinder. You know what Pathfinder is?
It's a video game.
Nope.
Is it not?
Nope. Ready or wrong?
No. I know what it is.
It's D&D.
It's D&D. It's
you
a
like
book.
the D&D?
It's a book. I
It's a
apologize.
book?
It's a book.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a book where the dungeon masters, they get together and they plan out the adventures and stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah, maybe that's it. They all sit around a table and kind of go like this,
And they have their hoods.
they have their hoods. Yeah.
Like the KKK.
Oh my God. So many cuts.
I'm sorry, so sorry that I was such a fool. I didn't know love could be so cruel. Oh, 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 oh.
Pathfinder, Sunday, March 11th at noon. That is D&D, not anything else. It is D&D. Also, at 2 o'clock that day, we have the Pokemon. You know what the Pokemon is?
Yes, it's a bunch of idiots that get ran over by cars because they're not paying attention where they're going.
That's not true. That's the Pokemon Go you're thinking about. It's a whole different section.
Oh, you're
of
talking
the
about the
Pokemon people.
90s Pokemon.
Well, 90s
Indigo?
and 90s and today, like your best classic rock station.
Okay.
Everything from 90s and today.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I think it's the casual Pokemon. So they come up here in their slippers, nice casual socks, smoking jackets.
Yeah, I got me one of those Pikachus.
You got a Pikachu's.
I got
All
a
right.
Pikachu.
So Sunday, March 11th, Pokemon, 2 p.m. Let's move on to Monday, the 12th of March. We have. Well, I'm gonna have you say that. What are those two words right there?
Make his ladies night.
All right. So Monday, the 12th of March, we have Ladies' Night. D&D one shot, 6 p.m. That means the ladies all come, and no men allowed that night, right? and they play D&D, and it's kind of a one-shot campaign, so that means they can come in, they can play a whole campaign, and they're done. So it's not something that carries over from week to week. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but what about the Hobgoblin?
Things will happen. We don't want
kind of
those things to
things?
happen. Yeah, don't. Shh. All right, so Ladies' Night D&D one shot, 6 p.m. That is Monday the 12th. Also happening that night is Anna Monday at 7 p.m.
I love me some anime. It is fantastic.
What's your favorite anime, Loretta?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
It is my favorite.
I've heard that's a good one. Yeah, that's really popular in the sticks, and they love it there. Well, I'm hearing that they have the Full Metal Panic. So I don't know what the difference is, but obviously people are panicking.
Full Metal Panic. Well, there is Full Metal Brotherhood, which I am very well versed in. I never heard of Full Metal Panic. That is new to me.
Okay.
Interesting.
They got to be on like episode 3 or 4 at this point because it's been going on for a while.
There's hundreds of episodes.
There's hundreds of episodes, she says, about the things she's never heard of. So Monday, March 12th, we're going to do Anna Monday, 7 p.m. We believe it's Full Metal Panic, but be ready just in case it's Sailor Moon.
I love me
I know
some
you do.
Sailor Moon.
I know you love
Sailor
some
Uranus.
I-
It is the
Sailor
best.
Uranus.
Yes.
You heard it here first, folks. All right, so let's move on to Tuesday, March 13th. That is going to be a campaign day for, what do you think?
I have no
What do you like?
idea. Biscuits.
Oh, it's the D&D.
Biscuits and gravy
like the
are my
D&D.
favorite meal.
D&D campaign day, 6 p.m., Tuesday, March 13th. All right? So that means they run a whole campaign. It goes on for a while, things like that. Everybody comes in. You got it?
I got it.
All right, sounds good. Wednesday, March 14th, we have Adventurers League. What is that?
I reckon I don't know. Oh,
It's some more of
it's
that stuff you say you like.
Oh,
It's a D&D
Dungeons and
one-shot.
Dragons.
That is also at 6:30, and these guys are here every week. They do one campaign. You can come in, you can leave, you're done. You've done all your D&D'ing.
Make some friends.
Make some friends.
With hobgoblins.
Every time you say that, I have to put it up.
I love.
All right, so also that night, of course, is Oniichan. We are here from 7 to 9.
This is
That
what
is
I
PM.
audition
PM.
for, right?
Don't get here at AM.
PM?
PM.
Not AM.
Not AM.
I've been waiting here all day for my biscuits and gravy.
They don't have any gravy here.
What kind of
They
place
have biscuits, no gravy. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. Maybe it's a contractual thing. Maybe,
They're lucky their biscuits are good.
maybe the place across the street has the gravy and they can't carry gravy because they're in a 5-mile radius or something like that. Maybe that's what it is. So anyway, we're here, Oniichan Games / Productions.
Gives me the chills.
We're here from 7 to 9. We do filming, and we do some filming.
So like the Wild West.
Kind of like the Wild West, exactly,
Yes,
when they used all that
excellent.
film there in the Wild West.
Yes.
We're here from 7 to 9. We have a couple of games out on the market. Burger Time, the card game, and There Be Dragons in this store selling now.
That is very
You can go up there and buy a copy. Why don't you do that? Why don't you go up there and buy a copy right now?
I might. I am a millionaire, so.
She's a millionaire. All right, let's move on to Thursday. Thursday, March 15th. What does that say?
There ain't nothing.
Nope, that's not what it says.
Nothing?
You know what it really says? It says Juggalo Night.
Now, Jay and Shaggy are currently on tour, but took some time out today to join us on Polycom, which I really get a kick out of because I've actually been a fan of these guys for a long time.
What in earth and tarnations is Juggalo now?
Juggalo. A Juggalo is somebody who follows the band ICP. ICP stands for Insane Clown Posse.
When I go to the gathering and shows and other girls, we can just sit and be girls. You're not preppy, you're not gonna judge me for anything. Like, we can sit down and have a one-on-one, alone conversation and relate to so many things in so many ways that not any other people can really relate to.
Now, I will tell you something about Insane Clown Posse. I never thought they were good, right? I thought they were a bad influence on people. I have started to come around to the fact that they are probably a pretty good thing for a lot of folks.
What kind of gang sells music instead of drugs and guns? What kind of gang makes their living by throwing concerts and selling t-shirts and CDs? There are multiple helicopters circling and 70 undercover cops supposedly at our last music festival, The Gathering. Super great this year. And what did they find? No guns, no weapons, no fights, no prostitution, nothing gang-worthy. Among 7,000 people from every state in America. What freedom is there when you can't be yourself because you want to wear a band shirt without being harassed legally with physical violence, fines, heavier charges, longer sentences for no reason besides liking a band?
No, but I like me to shoot me some clowns, let me tell you.
Do you know what magnets do? Do you know how they work?
Yes, they attract each other, but they can never touch.
But how do they work?
In magnets, how do they work?
See, that's right. Yeah.
Positive,
You're coming around. That's right.
negative.
Yeah. All right, so Thursday, March 15th, we got nothing on the docket, so that means it is ICP, it is Juggalo, it is Juggalettes, it is Juggalinos, it is all the juggles you can get, but no jugglers.
So they get the chiggles.
No, nobody's getting the chiggles up here. We can't get a hold of chiggles.
I like me some chiggles.
So let's move on to Friday. Friday, the 16th of March, we have Friday Night Magic.
Magic.
Magic the Gathering.
I do like it, but
Okay.
it's the card game, right?
It is a card game, yep.
Okay.
No rabbits, no doves, no sawing ladies in half.
No.
What do you think they do there?
Well, in Magic, you have to select your battlefield, and then
I think you said battlefield.
that is right.
Okay.
And then you have to select your element, I believe, and your monsters. I only played it once
I've
or
already
twice.
lost interest.
How to play Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering is a 25-year-old trading card game where your goal is to kill your opponent by casting spells and throwing monsters at them until they stop moving. Another option would be to actually use your cards to win the game the normal way, but murdering the opposition does technically make you the victor if you don't have time to memorize 905.6 rules plus appendices, glossaries, sub-rules, fanfiction, and a table of contents.
I played it once or twice. I may be wrong.
So let's say Friday, March 16th, we've got Friday Night Magic. It is modern. And Magic the Gathering, 6:30 p.m. Come up here. Everybody's welcome. All right, let's move on to the last day of the week, Saturday, March 17th. What does that say?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Having those storms with the guy. Come in it. Okay. What did that do? Don't do that. Man, don't. Hulk, where'd he go? Hulk don't know where he go.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's it, exactly. Perfect. Good job. 5:30 p.m. Everybody's welcome. Bring your best Yu-Gi. Right?
Well, I lost interest after like season
They throw the
2.
cards at each other.
Oh, you're talking about the card game.
Yeah, lots of card games.
I never.
Pretty much what all this is, card games, except that D&D stuff that's here like every other night.
Now, I only like that little boy as the Pharaoh, and that is it.
Say it one more time. You like the little boy what?
As the Pharaoh.
Oh, as the Pharaoh. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Okay, so that happened. So we're going to wrap that up. Anything you got to plug?
There ain't nothing, just butter my biscuits. They're pretty damn good, minus the gravy.
There you go, no gravy. I want to plug a couple of things. So let's plug a couple of podcasts we've got, right?
VDVQ.
We've got Very Dark, Very Quick. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, just about any place you find podcasts, you can find us.
DFC.
VFC. DFC.
Yeah, DFC.
Dumpster Fire Cinema. You can also find that on iTunes and all the other places in the world. Wherever you buy your podcast, look for DFC.
And I was listening to a new one. It's Queen's Millennial Age.
I've heard about that. Yeah, two girls sitting around talking about
Man
Tinder.
bashing. It's fantastic.
They love Tinder. They like this guy named Chip.
I'm Chip. I'm the IT guy. I'm Chip. I'm the IT guy.
And then we've also got one more, our buddy Volk,
Oh,
the much
that guy.
elusive underground. What would you call him? He's not a thespian. He's more of a.
He's pretty damn gross.
He's an idea man. He's the guy that's going to get us all to the finish line.
I can see
bold.
that.
All right. We're not going to violate any copyrights this week, and we will see you next week, right?
That is right.
All right, point at him. There you go. See you. Bye.
Name is Claudette Colvin, and I think reading is cool.
So let's get your name.
I am Emily Foster.
Emily. All right, so Emily, what do you do?
Well, I am a voice actor on
Okay.
YouTube for a couple different little channels.
So tell me about those couple of different little channels.
The main one I'm a part of is If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
We are a Warhammer 40K parody show.
Okay.
It's an awesome gig.
All right.
And right now I am currently voicing Sisters of Battle. And that's pretty
Sisters
much
of
it.
Battle. What is that?
Nuns with flamethrowers.
Oh.
Battle nuns with flamethrowers.
I like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so you mentioned the text-to-speech device.
Mhm.
That is near and dear to my heart. I like the robot saying stuff.
Yeah.
So is that something you guys do, or
Yes.
how does that play into it? Just tell me that.
Pretty much, because we're Warhammer.
Okay.
The Emperor of Mankind has been silent for a very long time because he's basically like a giant skeletal corpse, yet still alive.
Okay.
He's pretty much on life support, but slowly rotting away.
Got it.
And after, like, I believe 10 millennia.
10 millennia.
Yeah.
Okay.
People
That's
live
a long time. Yeah.
After that long, forgive me if I'm wrong on that, there is a change in all of the stuff that's going on, and people have been misinterpreting the Emperor all this time, and so like everything he didn't want happened. Like he wanted religion out of the way because he felt like it would get in the way and everything like that. So eventually they make him a text-to-speech device. And so they're like, oh my God, Emperor of Mankind, speak to us. And he's like, what are you doing?
Right.
Literally, what have you done?
Right. Right.
And so he just talks through the text-to-speech device, and it's the most hilarious thing because we've got all of these crazy lines, there's tons of story to Warhammer, and so it's just all of these random things thrown in there.
How do you get into something like that? What is the genesis of this thing?
The way I got in,
Yeah.
I'm a newer member.
Okay. Newer, like, what does that mean? How long?
The show has been running, I think the first episode was about almost 4 years ago.
Okay.
So it's been going for a while.
All right.
I am newer in that I have been in for maybe, I think, 8 months,
Okay.
if that.
So we got a time frame. All right.
Yeah. They had an open casting call for female voice actresses, and my boyfriend was like, hey, audition. And he wrote me some lines, I did some voices, and now I am in.
There you
Apparently
go.
I was a top pick, so that
Good.
was nice.
Good. Good for you.
Yeah.
All right, so you do that. I can't imagine that pays real well.
No, TTS is a free gig, but I love it.
Right, I got you. Yeah.
It is something
We
that
all
I'm
do those.
passionate.
Yeah. So, what do you do in your regular day-to-day humdrum life?
Humdrum life.
Yeah.
Job-wise, I work
Yeah.
at Magnolia Table.
Ah.
Come see us.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. $12 avocado toast or whatever, right?
Yes, probably. I'm not sure.
Yeah? Okay.
I bus tables and run
Okay.
food. I do
All right.
not do menus.
That's okay.
And then other than that, I am a theater major at MCC.
Okay. How long?
Almost 3 years.
Really?
Yep.
What do you want to do with that?
Voice acting.
Really? You don't
Yeah.
want to get on a stage?
I used to love stage acting, but
Because I had to convince you to do this, right?
I know. I voice
Because you hate
acting.
that thing, whatever
Voice
that is,
acting.
right?
Yes, that
Yeah.
thing over there scares me.
Why?
Not sure. Just always been camera shy.
Yeah.
I'm fine acting on a stage. I don't really
Really?
get stage fright, but it's because I have months to prepare.
Oh,
so
okay,
That's,
okay.
That's
That
probably
makes
why.
sense. That
With
makes
this,
sense.
it's like, oh.
Yeah. This is off the cuff.
Yeah,
A conversation.
exactly.
Conversations scare you. Is that what it is?
You're not wrong.
I got you. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I can see that though. I mean, because in something like being on stage, you are very prepared. You know what your character is, you know. But in something like this, it's just you.
exactly.
There's no character.
Yeah, I'm being me, and that's terrifying.
I can see that. Yeah, I understand. And you know, I think I probably used to be the same way. And at some point, I just said, who cares, you know? And so now it's just, show up, right?
Yeah. That's.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
When I cosplay, I'm a lot more confident
Okay,
because I'm not
so
me.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about your cosplay.
Another segue.
Tell me about it. Yeah. Very, very sudden segue.
I've been cosplaying since 2015, so
Okay.
not horribly long.
Well, that's 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's a long time to dress up as something.
I go to like one con a year.
Okay, that's all right. What do you go as?
Right now, I am working on a Moogle shopkeeper from Kingdom Hearts and
Okay.
a magical girl May from Overwatch.
Okay.
So,
Tell me what those are, because I'm old.
Moogles
I know what Kingdom
are-
Hearts is.
Yeah.
Right? So it's Disney meets a video game,
Yeah, meets
basically.
Final
right?
Fantasy.
Yeah, gotcha.
And
All right. Tell me about the rest of it.
Yeah, Moogles are basically these little creatures that in Kingdom Hearts are shopkeepers. They'll make
Okay.
items for you and everything like that.
All right.
In Final Fantasy, they can be whatever. They're an entire race of creatures.
Okay.
And they're just these little, like, cutesy, little, almost pig meets teddy bear creatures.
Okay.
And so I'm doing a shopkeeper because some of my friends are setting up a booth there, and I'm going to be kind of at the booth.
That makes sense.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And Magical Girl May
Why
from
do you say
Overwatch.
hopefully?
Because I don't know if I'll get to go to the con.
Why is that?
Because I have work.
Oh, okay. That makes
I have
sense.
to ask
Yeah.
off for work.
Real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real life gets in the way of fun stuff.
Real life sucks. Yeah. I got you.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
And then May from Overwatch is a hero that pretty much she acts a lot like Pyro from Team Fortress 2. She's got basically a flamethrower, but it's with ice.
Okay.
She can freeze you. She can heal herself by kind of freezing herself in a little iceberg.
Gotcha.
And she can do ice balls.
Ice balls.
Yeah.
I think we've all had that from time to time.
And so the Magical Girl version is I love anime, I love Overwatch. Might as well combine them.
All right. So you've told me that you cosplay. You've told me that you do the voice acting. You're comfortable on stage, but not in real life, right? So those are all the things we've hit, right?
Yes.
So tell me how all of that wraps up into your regular, everyday life. How does that impact your actual life, day to day?
There's a lot of crying and sewing at 3 a.m.
Crying and sewing.
Yes.
It's a country song. Yeah.
The other thing is sometimes with voice acting, I will literally sit there and say the same line 12 or 13 times with different inflections and just try my best and it just doesn't sound right. And then I send it to our sound people, and they're like, oh, you sound amazing. Here, I tweaked this for you. And they send it back to me, and I'm like, that's not me. That sounds like an angel. You're beautiful.
Yeah.
But
where do you think that comes from? Why do you doubt yourself so much in that sort of area? Anxiety?
Anxiety.
But I mean, the anxiety has to come from somewhere. Where does it come from?
I have no idea.
Always been this way?
Since
little kid.
Middle school.
Middle school.
Middle school.
What happened in middle school?
A lot
Get
of
a bunch of
horrible
wedgies
things.
or what?
Luckily, no wedgies, but horrible bullying.
Yeah, that sucks.
Led to a lot of issues, but cosplay and voice acting have kind of let me express myself and get a lot better about things. Because I've never actually really doubted my voice acting, like hardcore.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes it's like, oh my God, can I just stop saying this line about toasters?
Right.
Or like whatever random thing I'm doing, singing or something like that.
Do you, and if this is too much, you tell me.
You're good.
But do you doubt yourself a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
All the time.
Yeah.
Right now, in fact.
Well, don't worry about this. This is just you and me talking. So, if you doubt yourself, where does that come from? Is it again go back to middle school or?
Yeah, pretty much for.
Because I'll tell you this, okay? I'll tell you this, and I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But I've taught high school, middle school, things like that, right?
Yeah.
And I can tell you that middle school kids are the worst. Yes. I mean, they literally are the worst, right? So you've got anything from a 7th grader all the way through you've got a 6th grader all the way through an 8th grader, right? 6th grader is a small kid, very small kid, right?
Yep.
He was a 5th grader a year ago, right? Little kid. 8th grader, they're sprouting hair, they stink, right?
Safe.
They know all the cuss words at that point,
They're
right?
awful.
And they're terrible people,
Yeah.
right? Because they're going to be freshmen. And there's nothing worse than a freshman, right? So, what are you comfortable telling me that happened in middle school that causes you to doubt yourself so much? That you want to hide behind a microphone and that you want to put on a costume? I mean, it's obviously something. If you don't want to tell me, that's cool.
No, I can talk about it a little bit. Pretty much for 3 years of my life, at my middle school.
Is that 6th, 7th, 8th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
God,
had
middle school sucks.
Yes, it does. We had assigned seating that was alphabetical order by last name.
Gotcha.
So I sat with the same people for 3 years.
Sure.
And I basically sat with the popular kids. And I was the weird kid that wasn't born in the U.S. but is here now. And then I sat with them, and I didn't have any friends there. And so every day for 3 years, other than Saturday and Sunday, and obviously snow days and stuff.
Sure.
I
You prayed for those snow days, right?
Yeah. I was told, like, pretty much nobody would love me. I was a terrible person. I was ugly. My clothes were stupid. Stuff like that. And it was just every day.
Yeah.
And so I kind of spaced away from friends.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And I just kind of was in the shell. And I was an angry little kid for about 3 years.
Yeah.
And it took me a really long time to break out of that. And still a large portion of my life is driven by spite, because I'm hoping that for my 5-year reunion, I will literally be able to go back and be like, hello, I'm better than all of you. Goodbye. And so far I'm doing great, because a lot of them are dead or in jail. So
I like that. Yeah, that's good. Well, you know, there's no better revenge than death, I guess, right? Yeah. Or jail. Yeah. Well, I will tell you, thank you for telling me that, by the way. I know a lot of kids like you, and I've had a lot of kids like you in class. And those are always the kids who know how to create stuff. They're always the kids who, yes, they're weird, but I like them for being the kind of weird they are.
Exactly.
Right? So you remind me of a girl that I had at the last place that I taught. She was, from day to day, she would either be goth or she would be this or that or what. Yes. It kind of changed, right, every day. She was just looking for an identity, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that she used to find that identity was drawing. And I won't say that she was particularly good at what she did, but she was passionate about what she did.
Yeah.
And that's what really matters at that age, right?
Yeah.
All you're looking for is somebody with drive, somebody who is willing to take a pencil and put it on paper every day and just get better and better and tell you a story over those years of their life where they're like, this is how I feel. This is what I want to tell. These are the things I want to get out into the world.
Yeah.
And that was always fascinating to me and always heartbreaking to a certain extent. And I can tell you that the popular kids were never popular in my class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those guys can't draw, and I didn't respect them, right? And I wanted them to be gone out of my class so I could spend more time with the kids who were weird, right? Okay.
They're the fun ones.
They are the
We're
fun
the
ones.
fun ones.
They are the fun ones. And what excites me about what you're telling me now is that I think you've found a community that accepts you for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
I do. As I've gotten older and I've moved out on my own and come to Waco.
That's exciting.
There's a lot of places that let you be weird.
Yeah.
Like when I got to college, there were people who were like, "Oh, you like anime? That's so cool." And I'm like, I got made fun of for this like a couple years ago. Where were you when I needed you?
Yeah, no kidding, huh? They were in the same place you were.
Exactly. In a different school or whatever.
Exactly.
And so now I'm finding all these people that they're like, you like anime, you like video games, you like this, you like that. And it's amazing because it's like I have this little family that's like spread out and we're a ton of different people, but we're all together.
So let me ask you about that real quick. No, two things. One, a while ago you said you weren't born in the U.S.
Yes.
Where were you born?
I was born in Bury St. Edmunds or Bury upon Cambridgeshire upon Huntingdonshire, England.
Okay. All right. Why is that?
My dad was in the Air Force for 20 years, and our base housing got kind of messed up, and so we actually had a 2-story house near Bury, because that's closest town to where I was born.
Yeah.
I was pretty much born in like the middle of nowhere near whatever base that was.
Gotcha.
And I was born there.
Yeah.
So I have dual citizenship, and after we moved from England, we moved to California, and then from California to Texas, which that was the most atrocious accent, which is why I don't have one now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I was like the pale kid in Texas that wasn't from, anywhere around. I kind of still sounded like a valley girl a little bit, and I finally got out of that, thankfully. And so like it was also a lot of stuff like you don't belong here, you'll never fit in here, like all this
Different
stuff.
kind of bullying.
Yeah, and so it was like, dude, really? And now one of them is pregnant and working at Walmart. One of them's dead. One's in jail. And another one is a mom and has a photography business. Like that's pretty much the theme of what happened.
There you go.
I mean,
well, let me tell you, I identify with that. I was born in Taipei, Taiwan. Because my dad was in the Air Force.
Nice.
Only child. You?
I have an older sister.
Older sister. Only child. Moved to San Marcos, Texas from Taiwan. I like to tell my kids in my class that I have made in China stamped on my butt, right? And we came over here. We went to Waco, and there you go. That's about it. It kind of starts and ends there. That's about all I got. I moved to Austin for a little while, but I will say that I do identify with you with the weird thing, right? So when I was a kid, one of my favorite things was I would make up these fake radio shows. So I would record music off the radio, and then I was the DJ, right? And I got in trouble a lot because I would cuss on the things, and my dad would find the tapes, right? So I had weird friends, I did weird things, and so maybe that's what kind of draws me to folks like you, because if it were 20 years later, I would have been in the same class with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
like, we pretty much would have been in the same.
Yeah, exactly. You would have been on one side of the room, and I would have been on the other side of the room, and we were just like flagging each other down, wanting to kill the jocks, right? That kind of thing, yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing all that stuff with me.
No problem.
All right, so here's the last thing I ask.
All right.
And this is of everybody that comes in here, right?
All right.
Nothing bad, but the question is, I need to know what your money shot is. So let me explain that to you.
Please
Your
do.
money shot is, what is the big thing? What do you want people to know about you? Or maybe what do you want people to know about the world that you like, don't like? What is your ultimate thing, your money shot?
Ultimate thing. Honestly, like the only thing that I've wanted to do for several years now, the main thing that people will learn about me when they've, first met me and
When
I'm
your
talking
manifesto
about stuff,
comes out, right?
Is I really, truly, desperately want to do voice acting.
Okay.
I have stayed up and done takes, from like midnight to 2 a.m., which doesn't sound like a lot if
does.
you've
I know what
actually
you're
done
talking
voice
about.
acting,
I know
but
what
like
you're talking about,
editing,
yeah.
going back and doing stuff. And so
It's a lot when you do it 7 days a week. Yeah, I understand.
And so getting on TTS was like a huge thing for me, but just like voice acting, it's what I want to do, and
what's going to stop you?
Time and not being able to scream since I'm in an apartment, so I can't yell lines into a microphone.
Why not?
Because my neighbors will kill me.
Nah, just do it. Who cares? What are they going to do? Call the cops? You're going to say, I live here. I live here. Who cares?
And I guess there's only like one other thing I'd like to say if I can.
All right. This is it.
So I guess to the weird kids, never stop being you.
There you go.
Keep doing what you love. I stopped reading and drawing and playing video games for a while because they were like, you're a girl, what do you mean you play video games? That's a dude thing, you can't play video games and stuff like that, just stupid things. So just keep being weird.
That is awesome.
Don't stop being you.
Good for you. Good for you. One of the things I always tell my kids is you just keep being you, the rest of the world will catch up at some point.
Exactly.
That's good. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. That was awesome. All right, cool.
Hagen Dobler.